Yo, it's the one and only T5 the kid, and y'all already know I got another one for y'all. So, y'all know how they say, like, the sacred trees, right? Like, the trees where they used to hang the black people at on was like, that's the to crossroad portals to another dimension. So basically, in Harry Potter, that was the sacred tree, the tree that moved, the tree that talked. Yeah, them was the trees that the black people used to get hands on, right? So if you're spiritual, we can sleep under them trees. You know that evildoer people could never sleep under them trees. They used to have nightmares from my ancestors. But on to the spiritual people, them trees are like a crossroad to another dimension, if that makes sense. So it's good. Morning. So if that's like a crossroad to another dimension, the temples will be the same way. The temples were all aligned in a certain way. If you think about it, they were like a gateway portal to time travel. The chosen ones are the only ones, once their third eye opened up, they activated that DNA activation. We don't have regular blood type. We got that rare genetic blood line. Our bloodline is different. We don't have O, we don't have A, we don't have no B, we don't have that. We have RH. They don't speak about RH. RH is the rare bloodline, but it's really a royal bloodline. We all in this Christ conscious, Christ power, Christ abilities. So we could do a lot. We are the X-Men, We the X-Men. We really the X-Men. Me, I want to explore Egyptian temples because I'm trying to time travel. And I'm always talking about time travel. I'm always talking about I be astral projecting. I always talking about one of my sons said, I imagine myself jumping the portal like a hula hoop. Gene Keys. Yeah, Miss Machine, y'all got the clue. Neo, go and wake up. You the one, so I chose you. Simulator keep glitching. They can't stop on the mission TMZ on the frizzy. They keep taking out my pictures back to reality. I'm in another phase. They say I'm tripping, but it's in their face. That's why I say I imagine myself jumping the portal like a hula hoop. A hula hoop. That's a circle. So to jump in, you feel me? Why is it that the chosen ones, the only ones who got all this galactic knowledge, and none of us been out of space? If we don't know what we talking about, how could we all be talking about the same thing? Because we are attuned. We're so woke that our knowledge is other dimensions. Okay, the earth is a circle, physical, 3D. Then you got 4D, then you got 5D. It's like 3G, 4G, 5G, right? 22 dimensions. So that means 6G, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 8, 19. Now China already 18G, right? Right. But just look at it from a different perspective and a different angle. Each dimension is another dimension of knowledge. We physically on a 30, then you got 40, 5D. When you raise your vibrations, you wake up on another dimension of knowledge. So physically, my body is here, but mentally, my mind is in a whole nother dimension, meaning my spirit is here and I have another part, a higher self of me somewhere else. So I'm seeing it to the future because I'm here, but I'm also somewhere else too, if that makes sense. Every dimension is another dimension of knowledge. Now, it goes all the way up to 22 or 27, I believe. Now, this is this Earth is in one galaxy, right? And we got a couple planets and a couple stars, right? And every planet got its own, I think sun, moon, whatever. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, this shit just get deeper than it get deeper. That's why it's good to always be on positive vibration, because the more positive you are, the more in tune you become. And the more that once that third eye open, it can't be closed. They could be trying to poison the water with all the fluorides and all that shit. That shit is not closing your third eye. When you open that third eye, it cannot be closed. We can close it if we close it, but we have to speak the words of our life. Like, I close my eyes every night before I go to sleep. I close my third eye so nobody can astral project or astral jump until in my astral dream state. I block off my Akashic records, so you can't mind read me. You got some people with the spiritual gift, they can walk past you and mind read you. And I done had this happen before. A person stand next to me and they started telling me all my deep dark secrets. I'm like, what the fuck? They're like, they just hacked in my computer. Your brain is a computer. It store knowledge and information. So like I say, this shit is deeper than what you think. Sometimes you gotta eat right. Sometimes you gotta eat certain fruits to keep that third eye open, that pineal gland open, to heighten that. Your body like the car, right? So you gotta take care of that car. You gotta keep it functioning. So what you're saying, with that being said, you gotta stay in shape and you gotta eat proper. And it's not always about eating 3 times a day. Sometimes you need to eat less. You can eat 3 times a day and still work out and still not be healthy. And that's God honest truth. I learned to eat less. And I eat certain fruits to keep my pineal glands open. What's up? Morning. So I'm highly in tune. My third eye blazing when I look at people. So, I be seeing shit in advance. Because it's like I'm time traveling, but I'm standing still in one place. I thought astral projecting was just going to sleep. No, astral projecting is more than that. You can astral project standing still. Hell, all the deja vus you had, you stepped into another dimension. You're seeing the future before it happened. Right. So this shit get deeper than that. In the Stranger Things, Elle used to put on a little mask, the blindfold. And when she used to put on the blindfold, she used to drown out the sounds. When I go meditate in the woods, the more I meditate in the woods, it's like the background nature of sound just dimmed. Like, it dimmed. Now I became in this black void. Elle used to put on the blindfold, turn the TV on the static with the blindfold, and she came in the black void. And now it's like everything around her just drowned out. And she's in this astral realm of nothing. And she started focusing her mind on what she want to see. And she starts seeing what she sees. For instance, she think of a name, and now she's seeing this name. She's seeing this person. Now she's seeing things of this person. It's the same thing when you're meditating in the wood. It's the same thing what she did in Stranger Things. And it's the same thing in reality when you meditate. Why you think a Buddha always sit down and meditates? Because the more they meditate, the more in tune they come. And the more in tune they come, the more you see into the future of what you need to see. When I sit still and I just meditate, and I just start, I sit, have a clear conscience, no thoughts. As I'm meditating, I start seeing people and places around me. I start seeing my enemy plot. It's like I'm standing over them, hovering. It's like I'm hovering over them, and I'm seeing what they got planned for me. I open my eyes, and it's like the flood of life just come back, rushing in fast, and the volume just go back up, and everything become normal. It sound weird and it sound crazy, but meditation is very important. So like I say, sacred knowledge goes deep. It goes very deep. Meditation, and you a person that prays, but you don't meditate. Make it make sense. You're not really strong until you start meditating. So I feel like every man should meditate. I would love to meet a monk, cause that monk gonna get me on that another level. So yeah, I'm so highly in tune. I'm so highly in tune. That's all I can say. But I be having these dreams about aliens and aliens. I already met them. It sounds crazy, but I know I did. When I made the song How to Astral Project, NASA hit me up. Like, what do you know about astral projecting? You mentioned something in your song about time traveling. You caught our attention. They never thought a person like me would be that smart. I done said something that they already proved was real, and I'm not even part of NASA. You feel me? So it's just like, why is it that all the spiritual people are talking about the same thing with this galactic knowledge? So it's just a coincidence that all these people is talking about the same thing. I looked up for YouTube and Google, and everything I said in my song about astral projecting and time traveling, it was said already by a lot of people. Trying to study, science is trying to study and pay people to see when they astral project. It's not possible to study when a person gonna astral project. It's not. It random happens. Every man done did it once in their life, whether they was aware, consciously aware, or they wasn't. So life is very interesting. It's like you started to astral project. You ever had a dream about, in your dream, you felt like you was free falling, or in your dream you felt like you was levitating, and then you felt like in your bed as you fell asleep you was still, but then you felt like you were floating, and then as you were falling you jumped up out your sleep. You jumped up out your sleep. Like, what the fuck? Before you hit the ground or before you got shot. Moments like that, you started to astral project. And your spirit left your body. That's why it felt like you was floating. And when you realized what you was doing, you jumped up out your bed, or you jumped up out your sleep. Like, what the fuck? Why did you jump up? Because you felt like you was falling. But really, your spirit left your body while you were asleep. That's why spiritual people are supposed to have a Obsidian stone around their neck when they sleep. That Obsidian stone keep you grounded. Because a person can start astral projecting in they sleep. And you know what they say? If you get lost astral projecting in your sleep, you don't wake up, you die for real. What happens when you don't wake up out your dream state? You die. It's like your spirit is roaming between the physical world and the spiritual realm. When you realize that shit happened, you jump up out your sleep. Oh shit, I felt like I was free falling in my dream. And then I just jumped up. Like, what the fuck? When I free fell, before I hit the ground, I woke up. But that scare, being that feeling, that anxiety, that feeling, you felt it. It felt so real. You started to astral project. Your body levitated in your sleep. Not physically, but your spirit left your body. And that's called astral projecting. We all done did it. Once you know how to control that shit or not having fear, and you become powerful at astral projecting, then you start time traveling. And then once you start time traveling, you start seeing everything you need to see in advance before it happens. So once you understand that, if you really want to understand that, you got to watch the Stranger Things. They talk about, nobody realized that Elle was time traveling. Every time she went in that black void and she sat down crisscross episodes and she put that blindfold over her, she was practicing time traveling. Listen to Hertz music, raises your frequency. Listen to astral projecting music, raises your frequency. So you should get deeper in the rap. And this is for the ones who ask me about the time travel shit. But yeah, like I say, I wanna visit the pyramids because I'm trying to see something. And I got a little vision. I think I need all the chosen ones because we got the ability to create them portals. If we can think it, we can make it. And we are the best visionaries it is because we see the future.